So once again guys, between episodes I was doing quite a long stream over on Twitch. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, there'll be a link down in the description. I would love to see you over there. We can hang out for these long streams of Minecolonies, and we get a lot of the off-cam work done. For example, you can see I've got here behind me a cactus farm. So we built this on the stream, and this is because for the sandstone build that we're doing in this world, we're going to need a lot of cactus because we need cactus planks. And you just give the cactus in a crafting bench, and it gives you 4 cactus plank per 1 cactus. So it's a good ratio, but we are going to need a lot of it. Also, we did some more enchanting and stuff. We went to the Nether. Another thing we did is we made this large backpack. So if I open this up right here, this is full right now of what we're doing on the next stream. I've been getting the resources ready. We're going to be making a villager breeder. Now, the streams are great for this type of thing because it is more of a vanilla project rather than something that's specifically Minecolonies. But the villager breeder is going to have a couple of uses. First of all, it's going to give us some villagers to make an iron farm, and that will probably be a stream project too. And also, we can make a villager trading hall to get loads of really cool enchants and things like that. And with the modded enchants, there'll be all kinds of things available to us. On top of that, someone on my stream had a fantastic idea, and that was to put our enchantment room in the temple. So up here is our enchantment setup. Here we go, and there's llamas in here right now. We've got a wandering trader. Do you have anything good, sir? Let's see. They normally don't. Let's come in here. Can we get to him? We don't need any of this, unfortunately. But never mind, never mind. So yeah, we've got the enchantment set up in here, which is really awesome, centered on this right here. And we also have the Nether Fortress, or portal, I should say, down here. Now, the Nether portal looks really awesome. Look at this. This is actually our Nether. Like, if I walk through, I'm now in the Nether. And there's almost no lag as well. It's absolutely fantastic. I love this. And just up there is a fortress. So we explored that on stream as well. Got loads of goodies and stuff like that from it. And it's been pretty awesome. Now, you'll notice I'm level 30, and is it out this way? Yep. I actually want to do an enchantment on stream right now, and what I'd like to do is get a much better diamond shovel. So I've got the stuff on me. These guys are really in the way. Let's see. So we've got the shovel. We're going to need a little bit of this, and I think that's it. Now, I'd like efficiency and unbreaking if possible. We're going to get efficiency, it seems, so I'll take that. Do we get the unbreaking as well? Oh, we did. Okay, that is awesome. I really wanted that because we're going to be needing to do a lot of clearing of sand. Now, the backpack, I touched on it, but I'll show you guys the recipe for it because it's actually quite simple to make. Let's do a small backpack. So here they are. You can get all different colors, right? You can dye them by having different colored wool. We went for default, which is white wool, but actually gives you sort of a brownish backpack. And then all you do is put the small backpack in there, and you'll get a medium one with the exact same recipe, and a medium one in there, and then the exact same recipe, and you get a large one. And so it's really worth doing because you have so much of this stuff. It's incredibly useful for this. Now, the other thing that we did, I said my backpack's ready to make a villager breeder. So we went over to one of the villages and went a couple hundred blocks away from it. Now, if I right-click this waystone right here, here we go. You'll see I can click on this. Now, this waystone, if I click on it, is basically where we're building the villager breeder. So it's really, really cool. It's a little bit laggy as it loads up. But here's the village here, and we need to be about 200 blocks from it. We're about 180, you can see. So I'm going to build it just up here somewhere, maybe up on the mountains here. But there's a really cool thing about waystones that I wanted to mention to you guys. So first of all, we click that, we come back home, so it's instant teleportation, very useful to have in game. But look at this, guys. This is not a silk touch pick I want to mention, but if I destroy it, there we go. I can pick it up and I can move it. So for example, I might want to put this up near my storage room or something like that, and I'll figure out somewhere good to put it later. But I'll be able to transfer myself between the villager breeder and my storage, for example, instantaneously. Now, if I place that down, we can actually call it whatever we want as well. You can type in here and call it whatever. It'd be Merm for now, because I got rid of it. And then do make sure you right-click it afterwards so that you've activated the waystone. It'll come up in chat there. Activated waystone, Merm. So that's just a little brief, like what I've been doing in between episodes. I wanted to bring you guys up to speed before we got into what we're doing today. So in the last episode, we did, of course, build the builder's hut that you see there behind me, and then I told you about how you shouldn't AFK unless your citizens are protected because they all died. So we're going to need to assign a new builder. We'll do that in a second. The other thing we're going to do today is make a lumberjack. The lumberjack now has a new name, guys. It's called the Forester's Hut. So if we open up JEI here, you can see there we are, Forester's Hut. The recipe and its functionality and stuff is all the same, but it does have a new name, so you'll know that if you search for it. So we have our wooden axe on us, and we need to get some wood out here. Incidentally, you can use the mouse wheel, and if you scroll down, it will take items out, and if you scroll up, it will put them back in. So if we need exactly 7, like we do here, it's kind of useful for that. And I just like to try and include little tips along the way as we go. Oh, I need my building tool as well, which is up in here. There we go. And now we're good to go. So there we go. We've got our Forester's Hut. Now, I'm not sure exactly where this is going to go. Again, we can look at where our town is. Now, what we're also going to need to do is make a bit of a tree farm in the vicinity, because obviously they're not able to plant trees on sand. But this actually is kind of nice, because what we can do is have it really organized exactly how we want it. We can plant the trees down in such a way that then when the worker, whoever that ends up being, goes to plant them, they'll have to plant them exactly where we want them. And I definitely think that's a cool thing. Well, look at this. It knew exactly what I wanted. Lumberjack. See, it still says Lumberjack on here as well. Level 1. Now, I believe this here is the footprint of where it will recognize trees. So we'll have to play to that. At level 5, it looks like this, which is kind of cool. The level 1 is obviously much smaller. Now, I'm just trying to plan out for now where exactly we want this thing. And I think we can put it down here. I mean, again, a lot of these buildings will potentially be moving in the future, but for now it's just about generating some resources and advancing through the early game as quickly as possible. So honestly, there it's just fine. So we'll tick that. That's good. Now, what we're going to need to do, as I say, is assign a builder. And once we've done that, then we'll find out what resources we need and we'll get them to him or her. So let's see, manage workers. Oh, there is a builder. Okay, so this must have automatically done it. Now, I think if we go to our town hall, you can actually stop the default of assigning a citizen to a job. So let's go to the hall here and let me see where this is. I know there's a way of doing it. Okay, worker hiring mode, manual. So I like this to be manual because I like to choose who's doing what. But for now, Richard will be fine. I mean, he's probably going to die soon. Like, the life expectancy of my citizens right now is not overly high. Just because, yeah, it's, you know, we're not able to protect them very well. So, okay, now we can right click over here, build options, select Richard and go build building. And then in a second, once he's taken that up, we can get our resource scroll, which is just over this way, see exactly what he needs in order to build that. Also, the other thing we need to do is give him some food so that he's not hungry. If they're hungry, they won't work, and we haven't given him any food just yet. Alrighty, we have all the materials now for Richard, our builder, and yeah, I'm going to work on it. He wants a house, he wants all kinds of... Let's skip the chit-chat. That's everything he wants, and a little bit extra for steak. Now, he may also request a tool of sorts, so we're just going to wait and see if that happens. But once he gets to work, we'll once again do a little time-lapse of this being built. It won't be long because it's not a big build, but I'll include it anyway. So, in today's quick time-lapse chat, I thought I would talk a little bit about Christmas, and just ask you guys, what are you hoping to get for Christmas? What are you getting other people for Christmas? Do any of you have, like, a present you're super excited to give someone, or maybe receive from someone? And also, what do you do for Christmas all around the world? I mean, you may not even celebrate it, obviously. Some cultures don't, and if not, what do you do? And if you do, what do you do? Do you spend time with family? Do you like have to travel for that? I know, like in the United States, it seems a lot of families will have like a big family gathering in one area, and they all kind of like get together for that, which I think is pretty cool. Whereas for me, all my family are kind of local. So yeah, I just thought I'd make this kind of a Christmassy little chat, and also explain a little bit as well about why I do these chats rather than having like music or something. But basically, I'm going to talk about that in the next time-lapse chat, because I think this is quite a short time-lapse. So there's a few time-lapses this episode, so I'll talk about that one in the next one. Alrighty guys, there we go. Just caught the tail end of the fireworks there, and this is now built. Let's go back into survival mode for a second, if I can spell. Here we go, and have a little look at this. And obviously it's quite a modest one. It is just a level 1. The nice thing is we've already got the dirt, so this here is just like where we can plant down trees for the woodcutter to grow, and we're going to do that in just a second. Richard looks a little bit stuck there, but I'm sure he'll be okay. Thank you for building this, Richard. So here we go. We can manage workers here and choose someone to hire. It gives us all the stats, so I guess this is the best person. Victoria, you're our new lumberjack. And then what we can also do is go across here and select what we do and don't want them to be working on. So what I want is to turn just about all of them off, apart from dark oak. So dark oak is going to be the only one that we're going to have her working on. Where's that gone? That's on. The rest of you off. So this takes a little bit of time. So what I'm going to do is turn all of these off. I'm just showing you guys this in case you want to do it in your own world. And we'll get some dark oak saplings planted and see what she needs. I'm sure she'll need an axe or something like that. So what we're going to do is plant down some dark oak saplings, and hopefully Victoria will get to work on those shortly. We'll leave a bit of a gap and place these here. Do a couple down here as well, and that'll about do it for now. Then what we're going to do is see if she wants anything. So at the moment she's not requesting anything, but what we're going to do is give her all of this stuff so that she's got everything there to be working on. And what I'm also going to do is just right click this. There we go. We've got tons of bone meal, so I'm going to bone meal these trees a little bit. Let's see if we can do a few more. And I just want to see if she gets to work on them. If we get her off to a good start like this, then hopefully she'll get to work. So let's see. Does she have anything else? She's now full, and she should have all the tools needed. So let's just watch her for a bit and see if she actually gets to work on this. So we've been having a bit of a problem. I've tried all different types of fixes here, but basically no one is willing to do any work. So yeah, for some reason Victoria wasn't doing it. Jace, he won't do it either. So I tried that, like switching workers and stuff. They both moaned about being tired before they started. So I wonder if they just want a bit of a house. So what we're actually going to do is we're going to make a citizen's hut and see if that fixes the issue. And we're going to have to make one anyway. Oh, did they change the name of this to a house now? They did. I thought they might have. Okay, so house. So there we go. This is the recipe for a house. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff together, and then we'll get our builder to build that somewhere, and once again we'll do a little time lapse of that being built. Alrighty, so we've got our house on us, and we're going to look to build that just over here somewhere. I just want to put this down somewhere like, you know, nice and close to the town center and stuff. As you can see, it's a really simple build, so I think this is going to be about where we'll put it. Let's just maybe rotate it a little bit. I think that actually is the front. Okay, and then does it need to be higher? No, that's about it. So it looks like it's been reasonably simple to build, but we're going to place it down there. So as before, I'm going to go get the materials, and then we'll come back once it's being built and have a quick time lapse of it, and hopefully that'll fix the problem, because they are moaning about being tired. So if we let them go in there for the evening and let them get some sleep, hopefully that'll fix the issue, and we can start with the automation of the wood cutting. So, as promised in the next little time-lapse chat that we're doing here, I just want to explain why I'm actually chatting through these things through this series, rather than having like some music or something like that. And it basically comes down to the copyright laws on YouTube. They are quite strict, and getting copyright strikes and things is just not fun. If there's any Mumbo Jumbo fans out there, you will know what happened to him about a year ago, where he suddenly had all of his introduction music copyright struck for like hundreds of videos, and that was like a huge pain for him. There was tons of like work involved and financial hits and stuff like that, and I just find it's easier to just kind of have a bit of a chat. Now, if you want to suggest things to talk for me to talk about, or whatever, you know, ask me questions, anything like that, to answer during these time-lapse chats, I'm more than happy to do that. But I think this is the way we're going to go for this series, just to be on the safe side. And really, it's all about watching the time-lapse, right? So hopefully you guys are cool with that. Alrighty guys, catching the tail end of the fireworks there again, and our little house is built. It looks pretty cool. Little desert house here, level 1. Creeper doors. I think that's a little bit of a scary little thing every time you're coming in to go to sleep. But there we go. This is it. Very basic. But there's 2 beds here, and there's also, just out here, we've got a little access to the roof. And I really like this, because you can have a little town here eventually where you can come up on the roof and have a look around. So yeah, thought it was nice. So obviously the whole point of this was to get our lumberjack into a house, so that hopefully if she sleeps, or he sleeps now, was it? I think we swapped, didn't we? Yeah, so that's actually why I came over, to see who it was. So it was Jace. He's not done any lumberjacking, so hopefully this works, fingers crossed. If not, it might be a bug with this version or something. I will look into it, but let's just see how we go. So let's see. Oh, I want to remove you. Wait, what? Why can't I? Oh my goodness. Why can't I remove you? And why did that automatically do that? Is that now an option on here? I think maybe it's I just haven't played in a while, but I didn't think that was an option. So down in the settings here that we had before, housing needs to be put onto manual. Okay, so maybe now that we've changed it to manual, we'll be able to kick Catherine out. She's come in here and stolen the bed that was not meant for her. So let's see, we're going to remove you, and instead we're going to assign Jace. There he is, assign. Okay, so now I need to wait for it to be nighttime, I think, because he's moaning about not being able to sleep, and that's not going to change until nighttime. Now, a little tip for you: if your citizens are moaning about not being able to sleep, what you need to do is make sure that the sun goes down a little longer than when you would be able to sleep. So I've got the time up here in the top left of my screen up here, right? And I think when it says 18:32.5, that's when I can go to sleep. I know that's specific, but that's the time I can go to sleep. But for your actual citizens, they will not go to sleep at that time. They might start heading to their houses, but you need to wait for them to actually be in their bed. So what I'd advise, again, if you have a sleeping bag, which is a useful little thing to have, let them get like into their house and be near them so you can protect them from monsters, because they will start spawning before they sleep. And then once they're safely in their bed and they're asleep, give it a few seconds and then go to sleep yourself, and hopefully it should be okay. Now that's exactly what I'm about to do with Jace, and we will see if this fixes the problem. Okay, so Jace doesn't seem to be working, and he actually has a new problem now. You'll see here he's moaning that there are no guard towers or barracks near his workplace, so he doesn't feel safe. Come on now, Jace, work with me here. So I think we're going to need to try building one of those as well. And I mean, it's not a terrible idea. We're going to need a guard tower anyway, so that's going to be the next thing that we look to do. So let's have a look here. I mean, this has turned into quite the little rabbit hole just for what essentially is just a lumberjack yard. So that was the recipe right there. We needed the bow, so I'm going to go make that up right now, and we'll put it like here because it's near his workplace then, hopefully, and like near some other things in the city as well. So I guess it's a good place for it. So let me go ahead and do that, and I guess we're going to have a third little time lapse. I'm assuming this will be a very small building, so potentially a time lapse. I'll see. It depends how small it is, and then we'll see if this fixes the problem. So for this time lapse chat, we're back to something topical, which is Christmas. in Australia, we have really hot summers, and that's obviously when our Christmas is, because the southern hemisphere, the summer is in, December time. And so what it means is we end up with these really hot Christmas days, obviously no snow, no white Christmas. It's very different to what I'm used to. I just wondered, you guys are all around the world, what's it like for you, and how would you feel about having a hot Christmas day? Do you think it matters? Do you think it has to be snowy, like the traditional sense, or can hot be good? I'd like to know your thoughts in the comments. Alrighty guys, here we go again. We have our guard tower now, and what we're going to do is go ahead and get a guard in here as well. So hopefully then Mr. Jace over there will feel protected. So let's see, who's best for this job? I guess Victoria is best for this one. So we go, we'll hire Victoria, and we'll recall her, and oh, she's out here. Hello, Victoria. Do you have any requests? Not right now, but I think you will. I think she will request stuff. Now, let's see if his request has gone away yet. Let's see. No guard or barrack towers near my workplace. So there are, but he's not recognizing it just yet. And I think maybe because she's only just started, so it might take some time. And I think she will have some requests at some point. Sort of stuck there. I wonder if I can get you inside here somehow. Doesn't seem like it. Okay. I guess I'll have a little play around with this to see if she needs, like, normally they ask for like armor and stuff. One thing I will give her is some food. That seems like a bug. Let's put the food there and then give it to her. When I was doing the scrolling of the mouse wheel, it seems like she was like consuming it. It was going, but she wasn't eating it. So her hunger is now full. She got good health points and stuff. And here come the requests. All right, so you want, let's see, a sword. Oh, is that it? Just a sword? Aha, okay. Well, this could be nice and easy. Now, I believe there's actually a crafting bench just inside here, which is quite useful, because then wherever we put a little house around our town, we have a crafting bench and also a bed if we ever need to get to a bed, and they'll all be nearby. Alright, so let's give you a sword. I thought she would want armor, but maybe you can give them armor, but they don't have to have it. So you're now a guard, right? You are a guard, you're working. Okay, make her job easier if she had the armor, which I'm going to get her, but she is technically doing her job. So Jace, you should now be good. Let's say that has to do for now. Alright, and see what happens to him. Now, do you need more food? I'll give you a little bit, because he is going to need it at some point. He's got his tools. Please chop down some wood, sir. Please. I guess I'm going to have to try and figure this one out and see what happens. I'll give him another night to sleep as well, see if that does anything, and hopefully I can figure this out and let you guys know what the issue was. Okay, so one thing I found on Reddit was to try planting trees outside of the boundaries. So these trees here were all planted inside the boundary of the lumberjack hut. So if we put these here and we'll grow this tree, let's see if he does anything about it. Oh, some movement. Oh my goodness, he actually is. Alright guys, well there you go. Wait, Jace, no, you trolling me, buddy? Come on now. Let's see. You didn't get any of it. Come on, please do chop this down. Yeah, okay, axe in hand. Come on, Jace, you can do it. Please, for the culmination of the episode, chop down the tree. Let me solve this problem and appear to be a genius to anyone else having this problem. I think he's going to. Anyway, so if this works, we're going to assume it works. You know what? If I left this clip in, then this works. All right, how about that? Then basically what you need to do is go outside the borders of the lumberjack hut to plant your tree, and then he will chop it down. Now, he's definitely thinking about it. You can see he wants to. I'll just watch him for a little bit and see if he actually manages to follow through. Guys, we have some splendid news. If I right-click on him and go to his inventory, there we go, a dark oak log. And I promise I didn't put this here. Oh, there we go. Proof, if ever proof were needed. He is chopping this tree down incredibly slowly, and after somewhat of a fuss, I'm going to have to take these down. He doesn't like the ones that are inside his hut for reasons best known to himself, but it is working, thank goodness. So guys, if you're having that issue, it looks like this is what you need to do. Plant them outside of his little area there. So after AFKing for a bit, you can see here Jace behind me. It's just about done with this tree. So he is chopping it down. That's how you get it working, guys. Plant those trees outside of the lumberjack borders. Now, as the sun sets on another day here on our Minecolonies world, if you are enjoying this series, please do leave a like and consider subscribing. My goodness, I say this every video and I got it wrong. How silly. On that splendid outro, I'm going to leave it right there and say thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. So I just want to say a bit of a thank you to everyone who watched and commented and stuff like that for episode 1 of this Minecolonies series. It's been a fantastic response so far. And if you guys want to, get in touch and talk about all things Minecolonies or whatever, then do check out my links in the description, links to my Discord, links to my Twitch, all that good stuff, where we can hang out, talk Minecolonies and Minecraft stuff, and even consider joining my server, which again, links in the description. But thanks for the support, guys. I look forward to the next episode.